seconds. Vinny is trying to pull his half Nelson off his head, which is about the only thing he can do from there. He did. Got up to his base, however, just one.
McCabe is going to pick up 3 points for his team with the win there. But back to the team concept there, Stan. That is why it is important that an athlete doesn't quit. He might be able to pick that pin up in the last few seconds and pick up the 6 points for his team.
Exactly. In other words, Vinny losing the way he did, even though he lost, he only gave 3 points to Grace King. If he would have gotten pinned, it would have been a 6-point lead, in fact. Well, now, McCabe, I think, with a 10-2 decision, he got
maybe got 4 points.
Super decision, a superior decision, so he'll get 4 points. But still, it's better than getting pinned and losing and giving 6 points away.
Hey, after four matches right now, we've got a 10-10 tie.
Now Jerry Crump here from Rummel is captain of Rummel's wrestling team. He took 3rd at the Grace King tournament, 3rd at the Brother Martin tournament, 4th at the Casio tournament, and looks like he's going pin. This guy.
Jerry Crump, a senior, 15-5-1, 126-pound weight class. He's against Eddie Lorette, a sophomore from Meisler Junior High, and he is 5-5 this year. Definite experience, as well as being a captain, goes to Jerry Crump.
Right.
In this.
Now Eddie Lorette is wrestling a very experienced, very tough Rummel wrestler. So even though it's only a minute in the match and he's on his back.
Well, one thing King doesn't want to have here is to have a few pins thrown on him, because as it is, they've had to forfeit 1 match already because of an individual not being able to meet the weight class, and that's giving 6 away there. The pin is 6, so it's going to make it tough for King to have to fight back and get in this match. They give up too many points along with the pins.
That's it. That's right, Manny.
Come on, Jerry.
Lorette just trying to stick in this match.
Right, Jerry's going to try to put his chest on Lorette's chest, put all the pressure on one point on his chest in order to pin him as easily as possible.
9 seconds.
Now, Manny, one of the best off-season training for wrestlers is weightlifting. It's probably the most important thing, other than practice itself, is weightlifting for a wrestler. Now, Jerry Crump is wrestling 126. That's David Hebert. He's a senior at Rummel. He was also a football player this year. Jerry Crump, even though he weighs 126, is one of the strongest guys at Rummel High School. He benches close to 300 pounds, which is almost phenomenal for a high school senior. And he's very strong, as you can see, which leads to success. You can know all the moves in the world, Manny. You can work on the mat hours and hours. If you don't have the strength to do it, it's no good. So that's why weightlifting is so important for wrestlers.
That's probably why you find a lot of football players turn to wrestling.
Exactly. They both complement each other.
Lorette on the bottom, Jerry Crump on top. Crump is wearing the powder blue, red and white. And Lorette.
Now he's cradled them up, and he's going to try to stack them up.
Lorette's in the green, yellow, and white. And for you people without the color TV, the back is of Eddie Lorette.
That was a pin.
That was a pin with 1:03 left in the second round for Jerry Crump. Crump was in control of that match just from when it started.
Right. Being a senior, being as strong as he is against a sophomore, it was really expected that he'd win by pin.
Okay, 132-pound weight class has Dwayne Bailey, who's a sophomore. He's 5'9". Will square off against Kevin Lazaro.
Now, Dwayne Bailey is also a football player here at Rummel for Coach George Ryan. He's a sophomore. And
Well, on the other hand, Lazaro is a sophomore. He came from Meisler Junior High, and it's the first time wrestling at the 132-pound weight class. His record this year at 138 is 1-4, so he's dropped down in weight class, hopefully to give him more of a competitor's edge.
Right, but that now Coach Davis at Rummel does not believe in going in a lower weight, because it's not, what in fact you're doing is you're not going to help yourself. You're a different wrestler when you're a different weight. So it's actually better to move up than to move down many times.
Lazaro on top, and he gets the points. 2 points on top of Dwayne Bailey. I think that's been one of the big beefs that a lot of people have had going against wrestling.
It's better to lift weights in the off season, get stronger, put on weight, and move up, rather than to try to stay a smaller size than you are.
Great move by Bailey.
Excellent move, excellent. Now, off the mat, they'll start again with Bailey on top. Dwayne's a running back and hopes to crack the starting lineup next year.
2-2. Trying to break the hold is Lazaro, Kevin. But Bailey gets back in control.
Now, Dwayne's riding him. They're almost off the mat. As soon as both knees, that's it. Both feet were off the mat. They'll start again from center with Bailey on top.
.23 seconds left in our first round. Team score right now 16-10. Rummel.
Bailey's grabbing an ankle, trying to control him, breaking him down.
Kevin gets up and Bailey rides him out.
They'll start again from center.
6 seconds. One thing either wrestler doesn't want to do right now is just give up some cheap points with 6 seconds.
That's very true, man. It's that's to the advantage of the bottom man to try to get an escape, get that 1 point with a few seconds left. But for the top man to maintain control is very important.
2-2 is the score. I'd like to also remind you on Monday at 6:30 p.m. Cox Cable WCOX TV2 brings you the Jefferson Report, a half hour of in-depth interviews with the people making news in Jefferson. That's the Jefferson Report, Monday at 6:30 on WCOX TV2. Round 2 in the 132-pound weight class between Dwayne Bailey of Rummel and Kevin Lazaro of King.
Now, Lazaro King just attempted a switch, but Bailey of Rummel was smart enough to catch it and re-switch it. In other words, nothing was gained. They both basically exchanged a few positions. Now, Bailey attempted a cradle. However, Lazaro broke it. He's trying to stand up. He's taller than Bailey, which can be an advantage and a disadvantage. Bailey's putting the head lever in, breaking him down. He's going to try to work over with that head lever. However, the Grace King man is being tough on bottom, not letting him have anything.
Lazaro was trying for a reverse, but Bailey just took his right arm away from him.
Cradle. Rummel's very effective with cradles, as evidence tonight. That was a pin.
And a pin, that's pretty surprising for King right now. They're falling way behind.
I know Coach Sarah of Grace King's got to be upset now with these pins. They're really going to hurt his team score. However, he's very strong in the upper weights. Being the football coach, He has a lot of his big guys out on the football team wrestling, so this is going to be an advantage.
There's a good shot of some of the people that's come out tonight. See, there is a good crowd here. Wrestling has picked up as a tremendous spectator sport, and as it used to just be parents that would come see their kids wrestle, you're starting to get some of the people in the community, some of the students that know other students that are wrestling, and it's starting to be I find I have as many people here as some of the basketball games that I've seen in high school.
I'm not surprised at all, man.
138-pound weight classes. Dwayne Bailey picks up a pin for Rummel in 132. Eric Laborde, a senior from Rummel, 4-0 at this weight division. He won the Tiger Invitational in the 138-pound weight class.
Just last Saturday, in fact.
Is up against Frank Kwan. He's a junior. His record this year is 2-5, 138-pound weight class for the Fighting Irish.
Now Grace King got an escape.
I think Coach Lanny Davis is going to be pleased with his troops' performances.
He should be. Manny, he really should be.
They've really only been pinned one time, and that was a freshman against a senior. I'd like to remind you right now, Stan, is that this is a very pivotal match right here, this one in the 138-pound weight class. Reason why, looking ahead in the 145-pound weight class, Tim O'Brien will receive a forfeit and 6 points for Rummel.
Right.
They're going to open too big of a gap to be closed on if they can pick up a big win here. Laborde in control of Rummel's destiny right now. Very pivotal role.
Now, Eric's riding him tough, breaking him down. Got a reversal, in fact.
Eric Laborde leads right now 6-3.
However, Gawain got an escape, so it's 6-4, just at the end. Looks like an attempted fireman takedown, although Eric was smart enough to sprawl out and prevent it. Come on, man. Come on, Frank. Don't give him nothing. Turn it. Keep going. Turn it. Come on. Don't give him that. Now that's 2 takedowns. Coach Sarah.
8-4, Laborde opening his gap over Kwan. You can watch Sam. He's very emotional. You watch him through the match. He'll be yelling out instructions left and right. In fact, I saw him grab his assistant by the neck just a minute ago and demonstrate a hold on him.
That's why you got to have those guys.
They gave him 2 points. Uh-oh, look out. Laborde cooking. Laborde is cooking. Oh, saved by the buzzer. 3-point near fall.
Coach Davis there. Got to be pleased with the way his guys are wrestling. He's got a very young team, and they're all hard workers, as is Grace King's wrestlers.
Well, Coach Davis is relatively young, and I think that opens up that communication. He's got good rapport with his wrestlers.
Right.
Because he has been there before.
Exactly.
And he's been on the mat, so he can identify what they're going through. Wasn't too long ago. 11-4, round 2.
Eric's got a cradle again.
Laborde picks up where he left off. Almost a pin. He still got him in the same spot. Pin. Oh, look out. Eric Laborde puts away Frank Kwan. With that, we're going to have the forfeit. Tim O'Brien picks up a 145-pound weight class win. And we're going to take a break and be right back. Don't go away.
For total entertainment 24 hours a day, it's showtime. The exciting.
Here we go, 34-10, Rummel on top. They've got a commanding lead as we're down to our last 5 matches. Kevin Vicknair from Rummel, he's a senior, 155-pound weight class. He's 12-7-1. He's against Perry Gallen. Gallen's a junior. His record this year is 10-5. And going back quickly to the 145-pound weight class, forfeit where Tim O'Brien picked it up. The wrestler who usually wrestles in that division for King is ill, Steve McManus. He was a sophomore from Haynes Junior High. His record coming in was 10-4, so that's a tough man to lose in that situation. He finished second in the junior division of the Casio Shriver tournament, and last year he was an undefeated parish champion, so Sam Sarah was very sorry to see him out of it. And Lenny Davis said, "I'll take 6 points either way you want to go."
That's right. Anyway.
We've got 2 points right away for Vicknair.
Yeah, Kevin's a senior. He's also a captain on the wrestling team. He took second in the Brother Martin tournament, took fourth in the Tiger Invitational. He's a very tough wrestler. Both men are tough, so this ought to be a very, very exciting match, close. Usually the better guys, when they wrestle each other, don't score as many points. You won't see the big lopsided score. However, Vicknair now has a crossbody, pushing, trying to stack him up.
He's using his chin now, trying to get that shoulder back down. 3 for a near fall, so he ups his total 5-0. Vicknair on top.
And the official gives him 3 for a near fall.
And again, remind you, our official is Stephen Blake. He's from Florida, attending Loyola.
Got a cradle there. Seems like Rummel really loves those cradles. Time ran out. However, Kevin was smart enough to get 3 points out of it.
8-0, Vicknair. After 1 round, he is in a position to allow his team 4 points. But as Mr. Cotterman talked of earlier, that scores don't matter. It's what you do at the end of the match when the final buzzer goes off. Points doesn't matter until then.
That's right. And Grace King can still come back and win this meet by just getting a lot of pins. However, if Vicknair wins this, it's going to be very difficult. Vicknair, what he did a Granby roll.
11-0 is the score at this point. Vicknair on top.
Vicknair is sinking his legs across, trying to get could be a scissors. Figure 4. However, I suppose maybe the official will call a stalemate here if nothing's done, as he
Good
just
call.
did.
He must have done this before.
That's right, that's right. What do they need those guys in those zebra shirts for anyway?
Again, a reminder, this is WCOX TV2, Jeff Sport 84 from Rummel High School Gymnasium. A dual wrestling meet between the Rummel Raiders and the King Fighting Irish. We're in the 155-pound weight class. Kevin Vicknair commanding 10-2 lead over Perry Gallen.
Now Gallen just got a reversal there, and looks like Vicknair's trying to scoot off the mat in order to start fresh from a starting position. However, he won't get in any better position than he is now, so.
Gallen is back to you, and Vicknair on the bottom. You know, you look at the situation he's in right now. Sometimes you can pin yourself, couldn't you?
Very possibly. You have to be very careful of that. Now, once again, the official will call stalemate. Neither man was really doing anything, so he'll start him again.
.13 seconds left in round number 2. Score still 10-2. Vicknair on top.
Now Vicknair stands up. Looks like he's trying to get an escape with 8 seconds.
Well, he's not afraid to throw
got
his
an
body
escape right
around.
there. Sure did. Very good. You see, that was very smart, Manny. Last second, he got 1 point.
Not taking anything for granted. Kevin Vicknair picks up another. Last 2 minutes. One thing Vicknair can't do is just become complacent, and we haven't seen that tonight.
No. All the men wrestling out there tonight have been intense, concentrating really tough, wrestling hard.
As you saw from that starting position, top man has one hand around the waist and one by the back heel.
One on the waist and one on the elbow.
And usually it goes right to the heel.
Exactly, because that's the best way to maintain control when you're on top. When you're top man, you've got to control that bottom man and work for a pin. Now Vicknair kicked over. Now he's figure four in his head. He is not in a good position to get points though. However, he might have slipped into a legal position. Now that was in illegal scissors based on the fact that where he locked up his leg. The Coach Sarah seems to. Okay, he just wanted to qualify what was going on.
So the coaches do have a right to approach the desk.
Just only if the official makes a call and he doesn't understand that. He cannot question an official's call. If he does, and he's obviously wrong, it can take a team point away.
So
there's an incentive not to really question the official.
Sort of like the technical foul in basketball.
Right, exactly. Although it's more lethal in wrestling because it's definitely a point against you, given a point. Grace King got a reversal. Look how he did a power switch. Now Gallen's got to go for a pin. He's behind 8 points. Riding Vicknair out won't cut it. So he's cross-facing him. He's got a leg ride in. He's riding him tough, but he's going to have to go for broke if he wants to win. But Vicknair's tough. He's hanging in there. He just reversed him. He kicked over. Got 2.
Vicknair now up 15-5.
Trying to stack him up.
It's a great day for Rummel Wrestling because this is one of the better wrestling teams out of District 12.
Sure is.
King. 15-5. That will be a super decision of 4 points.
That's correct.
Awarded to Rummel. Score now 38-10 with 4 matches remaining as Kevin Vicknair picks up a super decision over Perry Gallen. And we go to the 167-pound weight class. Richard Daigle from Rummel. He's a senior. He's 9-10. He will square off against Andy Taylor. He's a senior and he's the team captain. His record this year, 15-4, first in the Higgins Invitational. And today he's certified at the weigh-in at 155 pounds, but will wrestle at the 167-pound weight class, which is a disadvantage, but he's qualified himself.
Right, he's lighter than what he's wrestling, but he's tough, so it'll be a good match. He's also a football player at Grace King, as are all Grace King wrestlers from 55 and above. And most of Rummel's are also.
Andy Taylor in the green, Richard Daigle in the blue.
Now they're both sizing each other up, locking up. Now Daigle from Rummel shoots in. They're both off the mat. Both will start from the center again.
Now, I hate to take the fun out of it for mathematicians out there, but this match has already been won by Rummel with only 4 remaining. 24 points is all that King could muster up now, and they trail 38-10.
Well, that's correct, Manny. So, but still, they can still make it close and still have 4 individuals out there that are going to try to win for themselves and make the team
a little bit
score more points. Exactly. Still no takedown by Rummel. Now the Grace King man is attempting to look like go off the mat. Now Rummel was awarded 2 points just there because his knees touched the mat. Grace King's man's knees did touch the mat.
They're off. 2-0 is the score right now. Richard Daigle scores the 2 points for Rummel.
Explosive, Andy.
That ends the first round with Richard Daigle on top of Andy Taylor, 2-0. On Monday at 6:30 p.m., Cox Cable WCOX TV2 brings you the Jefferson Report. It's a half hour of in-depth interviews with the people making news in Jefferson Parish. That's the Jefferson Report, Mondays at 6:30 on WCOX TV2. And if you haven't seen it yet, take a look at it. I'm sure if you've seen it more than once. Very enlightening show.
Now, Taylor has a reversal just there. He reversed Daigle. However, they're close to the edge of the mat. And the referee stops in your starting center. Manny, it should be noted that this summer is going to be the Super Bowl for wrestling, the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles. There, as you know, there's no professional wrestling. Of course, there's the NCAA national championships for collegians, but after that, it's the Olympics. And this summer, the United States probably will fare as well, if not better, than they ever have. Probably win 3 or 4 gold medals, 2 or 3 silvers, and maybe 2 or 3 bronze. Of course, the toughest competition is the Soviet Union. Now, Daigle is on bottom. However, he's got his leg behind Taylor of Grace King. It could be a stalemate here if nothing happens in the next few seconds. It looks like that's what the official will call.
Yeah, the official just glanced up at the clock, and he
has a whistle in his mouth.
And he's advised both wrestlers. There's still some movement. Again, it's something you talked about earlier, where it looks like there's no movement at all. It's just force against force, and both wrestlers are trying to do something. It's just nothing budging.
That's right.
Close match, 2-2's the score. We've got 15 seconds in round 2.
It looks like Taylor's going to try to stack Daigle up. Richard's smart enough that he can feel what's going on. And it looks like he may pop out of there. There's only 2 seconds. However, I don't think anything will happen.
No points.
No points were awarded.
We're going to go down the last 2 minutes with these two guys. Richard Daigle from Rummel, Andy Taylor from King.
And as you can see, it's 2-2, Manny. And if the match should end on a tie, both teams would be awarded 2 team points each. There is no overtime and dual meets for a tie.
Good assessment. We haven't had that happen yet.
Good job.
And trying to get in close is Taylor.
That's the ball right there, Rock.
Now Taylor Grace King has Daigle's arms barred up, although now Daigle comes up. Minute 25 left.